Hi, all, and welcome to episode 28 of Plain Speaking Sanjiv. Today, I'm going to speak about some of the softer or less number crunching oriented aspects of the multi billion dollar question: can Air India be turned around? And will divestment of Air India and new owner succeed in having the magic turnaround take place? But in my view, I'm not going to talk about the numbers and the liabilities and the this and the that and the legal issues or whatever it might be. Those are all the technical issues, those are all the spreadsheet issues. They've got experts and all kinds of financial analysts and bankers and lawyers and everybody who are far greater experts at all of that than I am, that I'll ever be. But let me just talk about two or three aspects in which I think are important. The softer side, that would be instrumental for any turnaround of Air India. Number one, I think Air India has tremendous potential. The name itself, the Air India brand, has got huge market value. It may be a little bit tarnished in recent years, but I think it can be polished and it can be put back into being one of the global leading, most valued brands like it used to be in the old days under JRD Tata. Secondly, I think a large part of the turnaround will depend on the ability of the new owner to be able to change the culture of Air India, to make the culture more team driven and to make it more customer oriented and to make it more efficient overall. Again, I had in one of my earlier episodes spoken about Usi Modi, and he had said back in the mid 1990s, when he was a joint chairman of Air India and Indian Airlines in those days, that getting to the right answer in terms of how should the network look and what aircraft should you buy and all of those technical stuff, he said getting to the right answer is easy, but getting the company to execute and work on instructions and follow orders was the hard part. So that kind of culture change that is required requires leadership to be inspirational, motivational, transparent, communicative, and somebody that people trust and respect. And I think regardless of who the eventual buyer of Air India might be, the right leader needs to be in place to be able to bring out the best of the people. And also to take some tough calls, there will have to be some assessment of who are the strong people, who are the strengths, and who are the non-performers, and some kind of culling will have to take place. But all of that depends again on very strong, very motivational leadership. And finally, I think it's important that for the success of any acquisition and turnaround, the acquiring party ideally should have experience. It should ideally be a strategic which has experience in turning around airlines in similar situations, that have been through near bankruptcy proceedings, that have restructured contracts, and that have fundamentally demonstrated that they know how to work with a large legacy, unwieldy organization with a whole lot of legacy issues, contracts, labor unions, etc., and build something solid out of that, make peace with the unions, renegotiate contracts, create a new culture, become customer oriented, and an entity that has demonstrated that they can do that will probably have the best shot at making Air India succeed again. Again, I'm one of those who strongly believes that Air India has tremendous potential. The name, the brand Air India is fantastic. Air India's got significant amount of positive resources, skilled workforce, management talent. After all, Air India has been the mothership from which talent has gone on to start other airlines, such as Jet Airways in the past. And but having said all that, it is no easy thing to turn Air India around. The spreadsheet exercise is the easier part. You need to have an entity that knows how to manage turnarounds, that has demonstrated they can execute on such turnarounds, and leadership that can bring out the best of the people. So those are my thoughts on Air India, and I wish whoever acquires it the very best. Hopefully it is the right party, and hopefully we can again see Air India one day in the skies, making India proud all over again, not just in terms of national service and national duty, which is doing a great job, but in terms of a world-class airline that Indians are proud to fly. Thanks and take care.